I'm all smiles, as promised, back here at Eaton Park in my beloved Beaver County. Jimmy Ross stars stage and screen, Lincoln Park School of Performing Arts, a week from tomorrow, July 26th. It's the Jaggerz and it's the Skyliners. So tickets are going really fast. You better plug in while they last, but stop and get an Eaton Park pie. That is what I like to say is the cherry on the sundae, or in this case, the pie. How many memories do you have of Eaton Park?
Oh man, a lot of memories over the years. We always stopped here, like after a lot of the shows that we used to do, and Eaton Park was always great for us.
Yeah, look what it did for him, okay?
Yeah, right.
Here's what's amazing. Talk about the stars being aligned. You know what I was reading earlier today? A story about Porky Chen. That guy was a legend.
He was.
When he would do these shows in downtown Pittsburgh, thousands of people would show up.
Oh yeah. He was the Dick Clark of Pittsburgh, or the East Coast back then. He really was.
How many breaks did he give to local performers?
A lot. A lot of the groups that I've been with on some of the Benedum shows, they all talk about Porky when they come to Pittsburgh, how he helped them out years ago, because nobody would give them a break and play their music, but Porky would always he would find a way to play these songs, man, and he really helped those bands out.
Listen, Steph Henry, thank you, manager on duty, filming this video, very grateful. Lynn McMahon, don't forget, Story Behind the Smile, 75th anniversary of Eaton Park, everything that you need, pick the book up here or go to smileycookie.com. We got a lot more to get to with Jimmy Ross. We're going to talk about the show, Lincoln Park, July 26th, with the Skyliners, all that stuff in a moment, but I got to get back to Porky. So you tie in Eaton Park, radio, Eaton Park, listening to your music, but think about this. The 50s, Jimmy Beaumont, Janet Vogel rap, Skyliners. Then the 60s, the Jaggerz. Do you understand? Bookends, national, worldwide talent, superstars from the same community basically dominate the latter part of the 50s and dominate the latter part of the 60s. That's amazing.
We were very fortunate, Rob, really back then. You know, the Skyliners were an excellent band. Jimmy Beaumont was one of the greatest singers of all time. As far as I'm concerned. And we had a great time with them. Matter of fact, I sang with the Skyliners for 6 years.
I know.
Six years.
Right up the road here at the Beaver Valley Mall, at Ciro's top of the mall, where I first met the brilliance of this man and others like Janet Vogel Rap and Jimmy Beaumont. You know, Jimmy never missed a high note. I mean, since I don't have you, I kept waiting. I'm like, tonight's the night. I'm like taking bets with the waitresses. He nailed it every single time.
He was great, man. One of the best. One of the best.
Well, you're not too shabby yourself. So here's the question. Have you ever performed on the same bill with the Skyliners, being you've been in both of these groups?
Actually, we have, yeah. At the Palace in Greensburg, we did a show with them about a year ago. And I'm really looking forward to this show coming up because Donna and I might do a duet together.
Tell her who's Donna.
For that show. Donna Groom from the Skyliners, ladies and gentlemen. We cut a record, I don't know how many years ago that was, but it's a great song, and I think we're going to do that at this show coming up at Lincoln Park.
By the way, that super burger that they're famous for at Eaton Park, they got a great special underway right now. Get the fountain drink, you get the fries and all of that stuff. Steph, tell them how much. You can talk. It's $10.95. See? I do look at the menu. But I'll tell you, I love coming to Eaton Park. The memories with my children, their feet dangling from the booths, chicken fingers and fries and Heinz ketchup and a delicious soft drink, and of course the salad bar. I can't tell you how many times I've had great times at Eaton Park. And this thing that's going to happen Friday, you roll into Eaton Park. Next Friday, then you'll go to the show, and then when you're done, you come back to Eaton Park for pie. This is going to be an epic night. In Lincoln Park, School of the Performing Arts, there are some talented young people that are coming up that it's just phenomenal. And to have all of you be there to kind of connect the present with the past and give them a chance, maybe in waiting or peeking around the curtain, this is going to be a special night.
It's a beautiful place too. The venue's really, that theater is a beautiful place to see a show. Any place is good that you sit in, and I just can't wait to be there. It's going to be really, really a fun night.
All right, so let me take you back in time to the Jaggerz, obviously, Geneva on the Lake, obviously your time in the Club Natural. Here's what's ironic. Do you notice that musicians now, the ones that are really making a name for themselves, are actually singers, actually performing? It's not all technology, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, vocalists. You think about you and the Jaggerz. It was all harmony, choreography, but it was the vocal talent. Musicianship was good, but it was the vocal talent. The Skyliners, we mentioned about Jimmy and Janet. Janet vocal rap. Speaking of high notes, she never missed that high note in Since I Don't Have You. But now it's kind of evolving, so a lot of young people are kind of getting plugged into what you all in the harmony were doing years ago. So for you to be at Lincoln Park with all of these young people growing up listening to the people who are out there now, it kind of makes sense. It's everything that was then, it's history kind of repeating itself. What goes around comes around.
Yeah, we were always a group that was into harmony. That was our forte. You know, I don't think we were great musicians as far as guitar and drums and bass and keyboards, but we could sing.
Yeah.
We could sing, and we had 3 lead singers. We were very fortunate to have 3 lead singers. Billy Mayberry was one of them, of course Donnie Iris, myself, and when we learned a song, we learned it, man, and it was right on, spot on.
But I just watched you guys during Beaver County Boom, where someone was streaming it live. It was the best night of my life. I forgot to go look at the fireworks because I'm watching you guys. It was tremendous. You're still at the top of your game, brother.
Thank you, thank you.
I mean, you're still at the top of your game. And here's how things really go full circle. My children, Robbie and Eve, are 25, 23. Do you know where they go on a Friday night or a Saturday night? They come to Eden Park. I mean, it's like we're reliving history. It's amazing, and I absolutely love it. Now, when you do these shows during the summertime, obviously the Get Up and Go has got up and left. We're a little older now, right?
Right.
But do you think about early on where you were and the struggles and how you had to do just about anything to make it, and every nickel you had, you couldn't wait to get something to eat at Eden Park because it was affordable and it was good. But today, all these years later, being here, you're still doing it for the love of music, just like you were so many years ago, right?
Oh yeah, can't wait to get out there again, you know. Just looking forward to the next show.
So will you ever, I know you love the Jaggerz, and I get it, you are the Jaggerz, that's the brand, but will you ever just do some solo stuff, do you think?
I have, Rob.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I have done some solo things, and matter of fact, I'm going to do another one September 7th, along with Chris Ruggiero, and in Greensburg, actually, at the Palace in Greensburg. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, this is why I brought it up. I don't know, everything's going like lightning bolts here at Eden Park. It must be the pie. It's working on it. It's all good. So I'm watching Who's the Boss with Tony Danza. I was scrolling. And who comes out of his kitchen? It's Jerry Van. So I'm thinking about this place, obviously the Holiday House, meaning Ciro's Top of the Mall, the Holiday House. People like Enzo Storati who came there back in the day, a great singer out of Philadelphia. Vic Damone, Al Martino. I still think there's a place for this. And I'm listening to James Darren out of Philadelphia the other day, who is in his 8th decade, and he still sounds great. I still believe there's a place for that type of music. And you're that guy.
I don't know about that.
I do know about that.
Yeah, that's
we need a venue.
That's right.
We need a venue. We have to work on that. Listen, I remember the night that Henry Mancini came to the Dome.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands. He rolls into Ciro's Top of the Mall. I get a call from the boss. He's on his way. Make it work. I'm 19 years old. I'm scared to death. Jay Leno happened to be the opening act, and I told the story. He tipped me $20 at the end of the night. It was like right to the uprights, right? But I'll never forget what that was like. And that's why I love Eden Park, because you can come and get like actual china and like utensils and food that your mom made in the kitchen when you were growing up. And that's what made that venue that was Ciro's Top of the Mall. And look, there are some people that are doing great things in dining, but we need a place where we can have that weekend to take someone, that significant other, get dressed up, and go watch somebody entertain the way those people entertained back in the day when I was a kid working at Ciro.
Well, let's go by a place.
That sounds like a good idea. So what about musically? Are you still recording?
Still recording, yeah. I'm working on a new album right now, a new CD right now. A lot of cover tunes, still a lot of cover tunes, because I love the old stuff.
You do.
And I kind of do it my own way. And still out there doing it, man. You know, just
So
love what I'm doing.
So Melvin Steele's great songwriter says to me when we were at David Granati's studio not so long ago, he said, you know, Jimmy Ross, he said, it's really uncanny how he can hit those notes. And I know you like a little vino, God bless you, we all do. You really still have such a voice. It's got to be in the blood and out, and the water in the blood and out.
I'm just fortunate, that's all, man.
Have you ever thought how good your voice still is?
I'm very, very lucky, you know. I'm very lucky because, you know, once you get in your 70s, and I'm kind of up there right now, after singing for 60 years, about 60 years, your vocal cords can only take so much. And as a matter of fact, one time I blew out a vocal cord and ended up in a Pittsburgh hospital, and the guy had to lance my vocal cord, and he said, I don't know what's going to happen after this. So I couldn't sing for about a month while it was healing, and now I could hit notes that I didn't hit prior to that.
You have to pay this doctor royalties, or is it all good? How about that guy?
I don't know. I'm very lucky, man.
Who was it?
Very lucky. I can't remember his name.
That's incredible.
Yeah, but he was the head of the that department. I can't remember.
Kind of like Tommy John surgery, they come back stronger.
Yeah, right.
Before we wrap it up, though, we've already been down memory lane so many times, and I want to live in the present. Absolutely love Eaton Park. Thank you to Lynn McMahon and everyone for giving me the opportunity to come here the last couple of nights. But it's all about moving forward. I've always been one to live in the present and move forward. But I have to ask, going back when it just hit, was it surreal?
We were working so much. We were working 7 days a week on the road. And when it hit, we just, oh man, it's nice. We got a hit record, you know? And to watch it go up on the charts, on the Billboard charts, it was... songs like Bridge Over Troubled Water was up there.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, #2 or #3. And John Lennon was up there too, in the top 5. And the rapper went to #2 on the Billboard charts, #1 on the Record World charts. So it was happening so fast, man. We just had a great time. We loved it.
I'm going to leave you with this, though. So I'm watching the great Taylor Swift in an interview talking about the music industry, music rights, and what she has done to kind of take control of her music again. Thinking about the battle that McCartney had with Michael Jackson, who jumped in and bought the Beatles tunes. A lot of these performers, Simon and Garfunkel, Paul Simon and others, Bruce Springsteen, they're selling their publishing rights, okay? So it is changing quite a bit. But when you were there, and I remember many conversations with your legendary manager, Joe Rock, at that corner table with Joe Ciro at 2 in the morning, and him holding court. Look, I'm the man, the myth, the legend, I make it happen, I'm the wizard behind the curtain. It's all good.
Yeah.
But performers have an opportunity today. Not that you don't want managers to make a slice of that Eaton Park pie, you do. But you have you like that, huh, Steph? But you really have a chance to control your destiny as an artist today. Back in the day, that wasn't the case, because if you get a #1 record today, that's pretty much destiny, whether you're a one-hit wonder or not, right?
Yeah, everybody... Back then, everybody had their hands in the pie.
Literally.
Yeah. It was probably a pie from Eaton Park.
That's the only pie you're going to want to eat, right?
But anyway, yeah, everybody had their hands in the pie back then. We were very lucky to have a manager like Joe Rock who took care of us as far as royalties and things like that, where a lot of groups got screwed out of their royalties.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
you know?
Man. So what was it like after you spent a whole summer at Geneva and you're touring, and all of a sudden it's like, I got to get a job. You become a photographer, you're doing weddings, did a great job with that. But did you learn to appreciate, because you grew up when the mill was booming and everybody's parents were working hard at home or in the mill, and me in broadcasting, look, I got to be honest with you, I got the best job on the planet. No way am I swinging a sledgehammer, right? I see people who come in here and work for a living at that cracker plant and other places and enjoy a good meal here. So every time I'm here and I see somebody who's got that blue-collar mentality and appetite, I'm always grateful. But we really have had an incredible life, have we not?
Oh, yeah, it's great, man. I love it. Love it.
So tell the folks about the show, then we'll say goodbye. Jimmy Ross, Jaggerz, Skyliners, July 26th. Get the tickets. The beautiful, climate-controlled, the big velvet curtain, the stage, the white spotlight. It really is an incredible venue, Lincoln Park.
At Lincoln Park, the show is at 7 o'clock on the 26th.
Right.
With Pure Gold, the Skyliners, and the Jaggerz. We're going to have a blast. And I know there's tickets still available. I know that. But they are selling like hotcakes. Excuse me, I didn't mean hotcakes.
Although they do have great smiley face breakfasts here that you can get here, smiley pancakes. Hey, you know how old we are? I remember when our area code in Beaver County was 412.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
we're all 412. Hey, please, whatever you do, young and old alike, if you're looking for something to do on a sweltering summer night, or especially this weekend, there's only one place, Eaton Park. Still making your Pratte smile all these years later. And remember, if you need anything done by anyone, get a smiley face cookie or two. It always gets the job done. It's your Pratte Pack. Have a great rest of your night. More to come. Good night from Eaton Park.